Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
As always, man, I'm great. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing absolutely great. I'm ready to get right to it too, Coach. I'm ready to get right to it. So as the family come in, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this information because you know a couple of people who need it. So make sure that you share this information so that we can move this information through the algorithm and make sure you go back and check out the other videos that we're putting out. It's nothing but the truth. And here comes some more right now. That's why a lot of us don't want to hear it, but Coach and myself, we're gonna keep putting it out though. So, Coach, I want to talk to you about our journey that we on as a people. And I'm posing this question, and I hope people reach back out to me and let me know in the comment section, are blacks waking up? That's what I want to know tonight. And I want to know from the family. A lot of discussions we should have had as a family that we didn't have, and it caused a lot of friction now. And so I want to know, are blacks waking up? And I want to give a heartfelt message to the blacks tonight. And so let's define one or two words and let's get right into it, Coach. And so we can have a reference and make sure that we're on the same accord when we're speaking and listening. So we want to do waking. That means stop sleeping. That means become awake, become alive or active. Now, I want you to remember that part. Become alive or active. I know a lot of us are not active. Aware, are we aware of certain things? Meaning, are we having knowledge? Are we realizing certain things? How we become conscious of certain things and then applying wisdom? That now, if we have knowledge and if we're realizing certain things and if we have become conscious of certain things, have we applied wisdom to it? So I want you to remember that right there now. So let's do up. I want to make sure we do up as well, from a lower to a higher place condition. I want to make sure that we get a reference for waking up. So we're not taking our consciousness and being more aware to a higher place. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But so when I told you that I want to give a heartfelt message to us as a people, that means I'm coming to you with deep feelings, a sincere heart, and genuine to you. You know, not trying to scam you, not trying to scheme on you, but really coming to you, trying to help the ones who want to be helped. You can't help everybody. I'm not trying to help everybody. Just maybe one or two people out there who may say, you know what, I need help in that area. So when I started this organization called Second Nature for Children, I started because throughout many years, I see as adults, our biggest struggles are in these three areas dealing with our mind, our body, and our soul. If you deal with us as a people right now today, we're struggling in one of these areas. And most of us were not taught how to take care of our mind, body, and soul. And if you really look at it, right now along your journey, you're struggling in one of these areas because it wasn't instilled in you at a very young age how to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. And it should be second nature to you. I want you to hence the name of the organization. It should be second nature to you, something that you do without even thinking about it. It should be a habit that you take care of yourself physically, learn how to take care of yourself mentally, and learn how to take care of yourself spiritually. And as people of color, we struggle in those areas. So that's why I teach children how to take care of their mind, their bodies, and their souls. And I teach it to them at a very young age. And what it does is it gives them a strong foundation for life. And what's happening to us as adults, we don't have a strong foundation in these areas. And that's why you see us falling, because anything without a base will fall. And that's one of our biggest struggles as a people. In those three areas, I just want you to think about it. We're not doing well because we don't have a strong foundation and we're falling. And that's why it's so important that you begin to teach your kids and your grandkids the foundation of having a productive and healthy life. And one of the biggest problems we're having, meaning the adults, if we don't wake up and begin to understand that if we don't change in these three areas of our lives, our children and our grandchildren will suffer the same fate that we are suffering right now today. Give you a quick example, and I'm gonna let you go in. In 2022, 2023, obesity rate was significantly higher for Black children at 23.5% over other racial and ethnic groups. I just want you to think about that for a second. 24.1% of children that come from low income families are obese compared to 9.7% of those that come from a higher income. I want you to think about something. Across the fifth, seventh, and ninth grade combined, white children has an overall 28% overweight obesity prevalent statewide. Stay with me 1 second. Whereas the prevalency for Blacks were significantly higher among our kids at 42%. The main cause of obesity in children is unhealthy food choices, lack of physical activity, and family eating habits. You can go to the CDC, you can go to the state of childhood obesity and see that when it comes to us being either overweight or obese, our children are either leading it as number one or we are neck and neck with other ethnic groups. We are leading. Every time you look around, we are always leading in the negative for things that really that really hurts us. Can you see, and I'm talking to the adults, can you see unconsciously that you are raising your children and your grandchildren to have the same health issues that adults that we are facing today? I'm sending out a heartfelt message to the adults that we got to do better, because if we don't, the things that we are suffering with right now today, and I can pull these numbers up. I just showed you where you could go see. And those numbers, man, they got numbers. You go, like I say, CDC, you go anywhere you're dealing with children's statistics and being overweight or obese or sick, man, our children is leading the pack. And they're leading the pack not because of them, but they're leading the pack because we as adults are struggling in those three areas, and it's just triggering down to our children. God, we got to do better. We got to wake up. We got to become more conscious of our well-being, because we're not just hurting ourselves, we're hurting our children. Before I get to the mind, coach, you got anything you want to share?
I'm 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 listening to you as you talk, man, and you can't help people who act like they don't need help, man. You know, especially adults. I mean, you can talk and talk and talk and have that positive feeling that okay, maybe one day more people will take hold of it. But when you look around, man, it doesn't seem like more people are taking heed, you know. And you talking about in the future, it's going to be more devastating because when it comes to medical bills, they don't decline, they increase. Treatment, the drugs, all of that, it increases, man. You know what I mean? And you got a lot of adults walking around with medical debt today. So just imagine the kids and the grandkids 10, 15 years from now. Just imagine, you know. I always say that we have so much more information out here and it's easy to access, good, bad, and ugly. And if there are things that you're trying to change about your life for the positive, you can reach out and get that too. We got the kids got access. Most of the adults got access because everybody got their phone, right? Okay, so why isn't that changing in a better direction for us as the masses? I mean, why isn't that so? I mean, I don't see it, you know. I hear more chatter than anything else. I see more information, but I don't see it, man. I don't see the changes, you know. Maybe it's happening elsewhere, you know. I don't know. But like I always say, hey, you pay now or pay later, man. Pay now or pay later, you know. I even saw a piece where a guy was talking about that's earlier today. I was talking about the damage you do to yourself from not exercising, you know. You know you're thirsty, you want some water, and you can go but so long, but you can go and get access to that water. Food the same way. But that lack of mobility, man, over a period of time, you're doing so much damage to yourself that you can't reverse it, you know, and that's just real, you know. Kids are not playing around like they used to, not running around like they used to because that phone's right there. You know, I've seen so many parents give the baby the phone to shut the baby up. You know, you programming you indirectly, you programming the baby. You know what I mean? So also always say, it'll be nice if we wake up, but
Mhm.
really we don't have to. We don't have to. I mean, really. It's the choice is ours, man. You know. And you know better, you should do better, but seem like we still stuck in the same old, man. I don't even think some of us got out the starting blocks, to be honest. You talking about the journey. It seems like some of us is not even out of the starting blocks, man.
Mhm.
You know, let alone running the race. I mean, come on, man. You know, how you stuck in ways and traditions that are not beneficial to you this long, you know, with all these changes around you, man. Come on, man. You ought to do better. You ought to know better, you know. And like you say, you can't blame the kids. Can't blame the kids.
And by you
You
saying
know.
that, coach, that's the problem that we're having because as adults, I don't see it when I'm working within these three areas. I don't see us as a people, and the statistics are out there. And if you don't believe the statistics, no problem. You can see, can't you? Shit, look around. All you got to do is look around. All you got to do is look around. And when we are not conscious of it, then we're hurting our children because we're not helping them build that foundation that they need. All you have to do is look at your life, especially us as adults in the Black community. Man, you talking about being unhealthy, your children are watching you. As a matter of fact, I've ran into people and literally seen people, they think that rewarding their children fast foods every day or whenever they're giving it to them, they think they're literally doing something good to them. But unconsciously, they don't understand that when you're getting all that McDonald's and Burger King and whatever the restaurants are, you're hurting your children constantly. And that's why the Food Administration made all the restaurants begin to put their nutrition facts out.
There you
Be-
go.
because
There you go.
people, yeah, people was
Yeah.
literally trying to sue them because they was, dying of these health issues of eating unhealthy. To the Food
Yeah.
Administration say, okay, listen, so we can stop some of these lawsuits. You got to put your nutrition facts out and let them pull it up and read it. And you see, let them see that it's killing them. Because they're not going to go look at it. We're not getting ready to go look at if we go to these fast food chains. We're not getting ready to pull up what's killing us in that restaurant.
It's the
We're
value.
not
No,
going to
you're
do
right.
it. We're
You're
not
right.
going to pull
But
it.
it's out there. It's out there.
They had to put it out there because so many people was dying of certain things, and they was telling them your eating habits is what's killing you. And so the Food Administration said, hey, put it out there. They not gonna look at it. They don't worry about it.
No, yeah, we already
Don't
know.
worry
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, just put it out there. That's so if they come to us with anything, we'll be able to say, you could have went out there and read that yourself. So that's on you.
And really and
So
truly, man, that's about just about every restaurant and just about every meal under that menu. You literally can pull up and see the breakdown, sodium, fats, what have you. So even in the grocery store, when I was in the grocery store, a lot of that stuff that got to break down. But hey, man, folk can do what folks gonna do. I mean, at the end of the day, so yeah.
and and and, and that's why I say, man, my door is open. If anyone need to reach out to me to learn even more about eating and how to read that nutrition fact, on back of your foods and things like that, and your calorie breakdown and the things that you need to be putting in your body every 24 hours. And if you're going over these high numbers, why your blood pressure is up, why this is up. If it's not hereditary from, your family, a lot of times changing of your diets, can put you in a better
Yeah.
position. So that's dealing with the body, man. We don't understand we're killing ourselves physically and we're killing our children physically. And so I want to just tap on the mind for just a second because as a parent, I just want to know, are you nurturing your child or your children's mental health? Are you nurturing their mental health? As a matter of fact, I asked this question right here. Do you even know yourself how to work on your mental health? This is something that we haven't addressed in the Black community. You're hearing about mental
Mm.
health more now, but we still don't, a lot of us still don't understand it. That if
Can, can
we're,
I
go ahead
can
on.
I get a generic answer? Ain't no wrong with me.
That's,
Ain't no
hey,
wrong with me. I'm all right.
that that denial is killing us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't you know this right here? Here's a fact. Most of us, and I can bag it up with numbers, are walking around with either a mental issues, mental illness, or mental disorder. But just like you just said, ain't that wrong with me? Ain't that wrong with me? But then if they sit down and really look at their behavior, see, because once you pull these disorders up, there's behaviors, and I've done a video on it. There's behaviors
Hmm.
that come up under these disorders that a lot of us are displaying these behaviors, but we don't want to admit that we got the disorder. So that's definitely one of the biggest problems because one thing you could never ever do, you could never fix something unless you realize, damn, that's broken.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so a lot of us don't see nothing is wrong, and then a lot of us have just moved on in life till we think that if we got a couple of dollars in our pocket, we doing okay. A lot of us have that mindset. I don't care if we overweight or obese. I don't care if we keep making the same old stupid decisions. I don't care if we running up into the church with Marvin Sapp, giving him our 20.
Hey, man.
What, coach? Coach,
Go ahead, man.
I don't care if the preacher say lock, shut the door, not lock, shut the. How many times you got to tell? I mean, you caught the ushers off guard when you had to tell them to shut the door 4, 5 times because they can't. Are you serious, coach?
That that tells you that something ain't right there.
Something is not right with us.
I'm just saying,
Something
bro.
something is not right with us, and then the people that we're following,
Mm,
you got to be
mm,
kidding me. You are so unconscious because you have religion and spirituality mixed up. That's the
Yeah.
problem that we have. And I done the video on that. We thinking that this religious thing that they got going on in this building has something to do with the creator, that we willing to do anything that this person up here is telling us to do, because, and they kill me with this right here, that God said. They kill me with God said, and folks going for that God said. Boy, we sleep, son.
Man, I tell you, that burned me up so bad, man. You would think I was in here cussing somebody. I'm by myself and I'm right, man. I'm telling you, that burned me up. I'm telling you, if that didn't touch you in that kind of way, you need to check yourself, man. That's all I'm saying. We know how hard it is out here, man. We see how hard it is out here. You don't know A, B, C, or D, what they got going on, man. You don't know if they might have their last 20 to take care of before tomorrow. You don't know. How dare you, man? You guilt trip somebody, man. You the lowest of the low, man, in my book, man. You the
In,
lowest of the low.
in mine too.
You the
In,
lowest of the low, man. That's my
in,
point of that, man.
in mine too. And what it does, it come to mind. It reminds me of a bully who's
Yeah,
psychologically, you're
yeah, yeah,
messing,
yeah, yeah,
you're,
yeah,
you're jumping on this weak person right here.
yeah, yeah,
You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? You taking
yeah,
advantage of this weak
yeah.
person. And then, I mean, somebody got to step in and defend this weak person. You understand what I'm saying? And just like you just said, when I heard that, it really burnt me that my people, are you serious? You still in 2025, you still going for this
Going fit, going fit.
psychological BS. Don't I, you know what? Don't our people understand by now that our psychological trauma that we deal with from wherever we're dealing with psychologically, if we don't get it together, if we don't wake up, it's gonna hurt our children. Can you imagine putting that psychological mindset in your children, and they following this devil who speak? That's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. Ah,
But here's the thing too. Here's the other part too. When the Joker look around and said, you up here, I need 100 because it costs to be up here.
did you
Bro, let
hear
me tell
that?
you something. They would
Did
think
you
I'm the devil in the church. I'm just
did,
saying like that and leave it like that. I'm telling you, man.
did you hear that?
That was so disrespect, bro, on so many levels, man.
Put your 20 back up. You gonna give 100 because it costs to sit up here. Ah, Marvin.
Ain't nothing to explain, man. Ain't nothing to explain.
Marvin.
Proof is in the pudding, man.
And I'm never surprised. But what bothers me more than anything is we go for it.
The
That's the
lack of reaction. I know they're talking. Yeah, folk talking about it. Yeah, I get that. But what you gonna do about it though?
that's the
What are you gonna do about it though? You can take your butt right up in there again. Come on, man. Come
the
on, man.
church, the,
Come
the
on, man.
church still full. That's a problem.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
problem. Because, coach, when it come to it would just to finalize the psychological, it's so much with our psychological that we need help with, that we need to wake up from, that if we don't wake up from it as an adult, we're definitely passing that same trauma or that psychological mindset down to our children, whether it's just making bad decisions, or especially when we start talking about our finance. You always bring that up. And that's
Yep.
our, yeah, that's our
Yep.
mindset, and everybody trying to get that money. And what happens, you'll drive these children, especially if you're not nurturing them, and then you're letting social media really lead it. So what happens is social media gonna mess around and show them things that they can't afford. So you want to
Yeah.
ask me
Okay.
why the kids are out there robbing, selling dope, doing this, doing that. Well, it's real simple. Let me explain it to you because I deal with them every day. You let social media get 90 some percent of their time and showing them, like I said, all the bling, the houses, the car, the this, and that. But you haven't prepared them another way of obtaining these things. So even though they can heard of other ways, the good ways to get it, but the percentage of social media is higher that we can get it this way, get it quicker, and we don't have to work. We can get it now. We don't have to work to wait to get it. If we do it this way, we can get it now. That's what they're hearing more of. So that's why when you see our children in the street, carjacking, robbing, stealing, killing, selling dope, doing this thing, it's real simple. Don't be acting like what's wrong. What's wrong is parents are not nurturing their children. And they letting social media at this time nurture their children. So their children is picking up on, man, I want that. I want that. But I'm uneducated. I'm not doing well, but I still want it. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mess around and I'm gonna get with JoJo right here. He wanted too. He ain't doing well in school. He's struggling. Then we gonna get with so and so right here. Next thing I know, it's about 6 or 7 of us not doing well. We sitting down, listening to the video, smoking what we smoking, drinking what we drinking. We putting our plan together. We putting our plot together. Cause this how we get it. I just want family to just think about that. It's real simple. When it comes to children, it's real. Don't be talking about no why this, why that. Send me if you have any questions about the youth, send me your why. I answer it for you. You in my field now. I'm in the youth detention. I'm in the streets. I'm every day. Send me the question. I answer it for you. It's real simple. I can tell you why. And another reason why we're not coming together as a people, we're not organizing as a people to fight against this social media. Man, folks on social media making 6 and 7 figures now just selling y'all gossip and entertainment and sports. So do you think they getting ready to say something against every time somebody get killed? They posting. They just killed one of our guys here the other night. Well, they say they didn't kill him. They say he jumped over the fence and the wire caught his leg. Young Scooter,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rapper.
I saw a piece in that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, but this is a young guy, young rapper, street guy. So our kids are they looking up to them guys. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be asking, well, why you think this, why you think that? All you have to do is look at social media, what they're spending most of their time, where they're more. Listen, anytime you want to be successful at something, when I'm telling you to deal with that spiritual and the principles, watch this right here. Watch how simple this is. Your discipline, your self-control, your consistency, they putting all of this into social media. The kids are. So that's where they're putting most of their time. That's what they're trying to be successful at. And they being successful at it, but it's destroying them at the same time because it's not good. But where are we as a people coming together to say, you know what, second nature for children? I want to partner up with you. I want to support you in a way I can because I see you're trying to combat what's going on with our children. But we won't even do that. You can't even find support for grassroots organizations that's really in the streets. You can't find it. And we won't come together. That's why 2 years ago, coach, or however long, a year and a half ago, I told you there is no hope
Yeah, you
unless there
did,
is
you
a,
did, yeah.
yeah, if we don't
You did.
change, there is no hope. If you're gonna hope for something, you have to be putting work into it. Then you can hope that you win. Then you can hope that things change because you
Yes.
put in work into it. But there is no hope, coach, if you're not putting work into it.
Well, I mean, from that point to now, you know, carefully observing, man, and I can see it. I
Okay.
can see what you're talking to. I was talking about, man. Rather, I can see it, man. I can see it, and it's so disheartening, man. it's so disheartening, man. Just like I move around, um, I was down. Yeah, it'll have to be downtown, close to City Hall around that area. Was it Friday? Friday. Yeah, man, and so many homeless. Like I said, most of them are us, bro.
Absolutely.
Most of them are us, man. Most of them are us, man. That burns me up, man. But you know,
Man, unless
man.
that can be some of us right now that think we doing well. See, we don't know what that future hold for us too, especially with our
Yeah,
mental state. You understand what I'm saying? Anything you, some of
yeah.
us lose a little job or whatever, lose this or lose that, and lose it mentally. And that belief
Yeah.
stuff, it don't mean nothing, especially to our children. If you telling me that you believe in something and you're not acting on your belief, man, that belief stuff don't mean nothing. Facts. We've just been indoctrinated. If you're not acting out your belief, that belief you talking about don't mean nothing. Facts. I'm sick of this mess. Our children are in trouble. I'm with them every day. They're in trouble because we won't come together and do nothing. We haven't even reached the level yet where you could get people to agree with me, to agree with me. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. But when you're going to do something with me, I feel you.
Mm.
I just spoke on us being like-minded. I feel you. Hear what I'm saying? You agree with me. Okay, no problem. Now come up to the next level and start doing something with me in some type of capacity. Yeah, yeah. Wake up. Stop
Mm.
asking why. Let's do something. We are one of the most inactive people when it comes to organizing and getting something done than any other ethnic group because we have become so selfish because we were so used to and hearing that we wasn't nothing, we didn't have nothing, to as soon as we get a little something, man, we think we sitting on top of the mountain.
You see all them paper tags out there? It's tax time. So everywhere you turn, some paper tags, man.
You see
Save
that?
your money, people. Save your money.
We ain't trying.
Save your money.
We will rush out to get in debt before we put some money up, just so we could either show somebody that we got something new, or we just feel like stuff. A lot of us, we feel like stuff makes us. If we didn't
Yeah,
have, yeah, if we didn't have stuff, we wouldn't have nothing. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
So we got to teach our children. Don't worry about them growing because they don't believe in that belief that it's not work. It's 2025 because you keep talking about God and you struggling in front of your children's eyes. They go by what they see, and they saying you telling me about this God thing, but look how you're living. So it hurts their belief in God even more because you're not even living it out yourself. So they don't want to hear. I'm telling you, our children, they can't grasp that belief that you supposed to be a mature to. Because remember, you was a child too one day. And you went all caught up in no belief. You just went through so much mess. Now all of a sudden, God this, God that. Every time you look around, yeah, yeah. See, we sooner forget that we was a child at one time and we had these same struggles. Now, since you can got a little older and your eyes can open up just a little bit, to now every time I look around, it's hallelujah this, hallelujah that, and you wonder what's wrong with these children. Listen, a lot of you just can been through certain things and came out of it. Now your belief that it was God who brought you out of Allah, whoever, whatever religion you dealing with, but you still not doing nothing. That was something that happened in your life that was probably at a bad point that got good. Now all of a sudden you believe. So what you gonna do to help somebody else? We're selfish. We're very selfish. It's I got mine, you got to get yours. We got to wake up,
yeah.
family, and that's heartfelt. We struggle. And these are facts. Show me where I'm wrong. Don't tell me now. I want to hear what. Show me, because I can show you. Just like when I come on here with these statistics, and I got a million of them, I just don't wear you out with them. If you really want me to show you how bad it is, I just give it to you. I feed you a little bit at a time. So today, I just want to bring it to you how we are hurting our children, because these numbers of them being overweight and obese, it's not coming from them. You feeding them. You feeding them. Them not being active, that's on you. Yeah. And then the ones who got the children in physical fitness, for this football, basketball, and things like that, you're not doing it as a recreation to have fun. You're thinking
Mm.
about money. You're pushing
Yeah.
them for money.
Mm-hmm.
You really hurting a lot of these kids, whether you know or not deal with them. A lot of these kids don't even want to play football, especially football. But daddy trying to live his dream out. A mama trying to get paid. I'm in the hood with them. I talk to these kids every day. How you crying before you go to practice? Oh, it's just gonna make him tough. It's gonna make him this, gonna make him that. That may not be his sport. Don't mean he won't be successful or she won't be successful at something. Have you ever sit down and ask them what it is they want to do or be? We got to stop, man. We got to do better. We got to wake up, because right now
Man.
we still sleeping. Coach, you got 2 minutes. I'm done with that.
And a whole lot to say, man. I mean, if you come look at this, listen as entirely, man. I mean, ain't a whole lot to say. I mean, we are who we are. I get that, man. But aren't you tired? Of the same old. You know, tired doing the same thing, getting the same results. Tired of being stuck. I mean, you got the power in your hand. You got the choice. Stay with what you're doing or switch up. You got it. I mean, anybody reach out thus far? I always ask the question.
Not one.
So I guess everybody doing all right, man.
I
Everybody
guess we
doing all
doing
right.
good.
But come on, man. You got a power in your hand, man. It's called choice. Power in your hand called choice. So either use it or somebody is gonna use it for you, man. You decide, man. For real. So peace out, people. Let's do better, man. Let's do better.
I'm done with it. I appreciate you, Coach. And like Coach said,
Same here, man.
let's wake up. Let's go, family. Take care, Coach. Until the next time.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.